Your brain does not care whether you are deciding what to have for breakfast or whether to change careers. Every decision costs the same, and you only get so many decisions before the tank runs dry. Welcome to the Wholistic Productivity Podcast. I'm your host, Chris LeBrun, helping you achieve your goals in every area of life so you can dream big, plan smart, and live fully. Let me take you on a quick tour of my breakfast history. Yes, that's what we're talking about today. It was Pop-Tarts in my younger years for a long time. And look, no judgment. They are easy and delicious, and I stand by that. And then I went through an oatmeal phase, then smoothies, then a spinach and blue cheese omelet phase during the pandemic that I'm still kind of missing. Then a little bit of time with overnight oats, and now it is yogurt, granola, and fruit. Every single morning, that's what I have for years. Same thing, no variation, no deliberation. I wake up, I make my breakfast, and I have spent exactly zero mental energy on that decision. And that's entirely the point. What I'm doing is protecting my decision-making capacity for the things that actually need it. Because here's something most of us don't realize about the way our brain works. Every decision you make, big or small, significant or completely trivial, draws from the same cognitive resource. Choosing what to eat for breakfast costs your brain something. Choosing what to wear costs your brain something. Deciding whether to respond to that email now or later costs your brain something. And you only have so much of that resource available each day. This is what researchers call decision fatigue. And you've probably experienced that by the time you've made 100 or two small, low stakes decisions before noon, the mental energy you have left for the decisions that actually matter, the creative ones, the strategic ones, the hard ones, well, that decision-making power has significantly diminished. You are making your most important choices on a depleted tank. The fix is not to make fewer decisions. It's to make certain decisions one time, in advance, in batches, so they stop costing you everything in the moment. I do this in a few different areas of my life, and it genuinely has changed how I operate. For content creation and social media, I batch. Instead of sitting down every day and deciding what to create, what to post, what to write, I set aside dedicated time to make all of those decisions together. Same mental context, same creative focus, one session. The rest of the week, I'm executing. I'm not deciding. And that's a very different cognitive load. Same thing with lunch. I've started taking my breakfast patterns into lunch, although I switch it up about every week or so and do something else. But I've started meal prepping. I make the decision once on the weekend about what I'm eating for the week, and then I just follow the plan. No standing in front of the refrigerator in the morning wondering what sounds good. The decision is already made. All I have to do is grab the pre-portioned meal and go. Now, where I really want to take this further, and I'll be honest, this is still a work in progress for me, is clothes. I love the idea that Steve Jobs had. Same outfit, eliminate the category altogether. I've been moving in that direction with a smaller capsule wardrobe, but I still have decisions to make every morning, and I'd love to just not make those decisions. What I have figured out, though, is Fridays. If you see me on a Friday, I am wearing one of two things. October through March, it's flannel. April through September, it's floral. I do hashtag FlannelFriday or hashtag Floral Friday. You pick the season. But it's become a thing. People expect it. And I love that for one day a week, the outfit decision has been made permanently. And I'll never have to revisit that again unless I just get So sick of floral and flannel, but I doubt that's going to happen. That's the energy that I'm chasing for the rest of my wardrobe. And honestly, every low stakes recurring decision in my life. So here's the practice that I want you to build this week. Look at your daily routine and find the decisions that repeat, the ones that you make over and over and over that don't actually require fresh thinking every time. Maybe it could be like me with the breakfast or what to wear on certain days. But more importantly, when do you check email? What do you post on social media? These are all candidates for batching, for making the decision once and then following without revisiting. So pick one, just one recurring decision that you can make in advance and take off the daily menu. Commit to it for 2 weeks and notice what it frees up. Because every decision you eliminate is energy you get to spend on something else that actually deserves it. So we just talked about batching this burning willpower on the small stuff every single day. But there's one category of decisions that doesn't get batched nearly enough. And it might be the one quietly running everything else. That's how you take care of yourself. Here's what I mean. In the Holistic Productivity Planner, every daily page has a simple little tracker. You rate your sleep, your water intake, and your productivity that day, each on a scale of 1 to 5. It's not fancy, but it does something powerful, and a lot of other planners just ignore this. It makes the connection between sleep, water, and productivity impossible to ignore. Now, I'll speak for myself here. When I don't get good sleep, I feel it the next day, probably my age, but I can't focus. I'm not as creative. The ideas don't come the way they usually do. The juices just aren't flowing. The same thing happens when I'm not drinking enough water. Your brain is mostly water, and if you want it working at its best, you have to give it what it needs to run. And once you start tracking it, the pattern jumps off the page. You start to see in your own handwriting exactly what a late night costs you tomorrow. Now, I've built a little check-in for myself around this. When I'm tempted to stay up later than I should, I ask myself one question. Can you afford reduced productivity tomorrow? Most days, the honest answer is no. And that question alone has talked me into bed more nights than I can count. Now, sleep and water are just the easiest things to measure, but they're not the only form of self-care that drives your productivity. Exercise, date nights, time alone to recharge, a hobby that has nothing to do with your to-do list, an evening lost in a good book, all of it matters because when you're stressed and depleted, your focus goes with it. Taking care of yourself isn't separate from productivity, it's the foundation of it. Now, I'll be honest with you, self-care has been hard for me to prioritize this last month. It's been one of the hardest stretches we've had as a family, and there were plenty of days when I had nothing left to give myself. But here's a moment that stuck with me. My youngest son and I have been deep in college prep, deadlines, forms, the whole stressful process. One night last week, we just stopped. We put it on hold. We ordered takeout and sat down to watch a movie together. No agenda, no checklist, just a father and son enjoying a movie for 2 hours. Was there probably something that we should have done that night? Sure, there was. But that evening gave both of us something we needed more. A break from the pressure, a little joy in the middle of a stressful season. And you know what? I came back to college prep the next day sharper and more patient than I would if we had pushed through. That's the trade-off self-care always asks you to make. It looks like it's costing you time, but what it's actually buying you is capacity, the focus, the creativity, the patience to do the next hard thing. So, as you're working on batching your decisions and building better systems, don't forget the decision underneath all of it. Are you taking care of yourself? Because if you're not, no system in the world is going to get you to full productivity. So, track your sleep, track your water, see how they connect to your productivity. And once in a while, put the to-do list down and just go watch a movie. Your future self will thank you for it. Well, that's it for the show. Thank you so much for being here. Love having you part of this community. Check out the show notes at holisticproductivity.com/70. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform or on YouTube. That is the best way for you to get the new episodes when they drop every single week. We don't want you to miss a single thing. And if you've gotten some good insight or value from today's episode, I'd love to have you rate the podcast. We love seeing 5 stars, and that will just help other people find the show as well. You can follow at Wholistic Productivity on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, LinkedIn, YouTube, Substack, all of the social medias. Do that for extra productivity tips, motivation throughout the week. Great content there that you can't get anywhere else. And I would love to invite you to join the Holistic Productivity community online. It is absolutely free. We have just so many great resources and things to keep you engaged, focused on your goal. There's people from all around the world who are doing the same thing, and we'd love to have you join us online. Link is in the show notes, so check that out. Again, thank you so much for making this part of your productivity journey. As always, the reason that I do this show, the reason that I host the podcast is to help you dream big, plan smart, and live fully. And I'm just so excited to see what that looks like in your life, what comes from that. I know it's going to be amazing. So until next time, have a great week. We'll see you